and Gaming Gorillas. So we've talked about these teams a bunch already. Let's do it some more. Rome, when you look at these lineups, I mean, you've got a team that grinds almost every day compared to a team that has 4 players that they're going to start grinding again, but, or at least I would assume they are, but they're 4 of the, best players to touch the game so far. Who do you give the edge to? The experience or the grind?
Man, looking at this one, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to experience. I'm gonna give it to Gaming Gorillas. I'm gonna say that. I think that Gaming Gorillas, are gonna have the advantage over Tyson Mentality. P-Crew, Quantic, Muscle Freak, those are all solid players. I have not seen how F22 performs, so I'm very interested to see how he's going to mesh with this squad right here. This squad has a bunch of chemistry. Anytime that someone new steps into a squad that has a bunch of chemistry, it's always question marks. Is it going to fit? Is it going to bring the team down? Is it going to make the team better? Those are always 3 questions that you always have anytime someone new joins a set roster. So we'll see how those questions will be answered. I'm very excited to see this. Muscle Freak, he is the one person, and I've said this many times, it's been said by many people in these tournaments, many top players, he is the only person in competitive that can make Mac look good. And that is a statement. He has no problem pulling out the Mac. Sometimes in King of the Hill, he says, run my Dahlia, I'm going Mac. And he pulls it out, and he is a beast on Mac. So I will be excited if he potentially pulls out Mac. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe not against a team like Gaming Gorillas, but I've definitely seen him pull it out in the past. It's one of his favorite rogues, if not his favorite one. So not exactly sure how things will play out, but we've seen people even ban his Mac Dahlia combination before in smaller tournaments and things. So we'll see potentially how that's going to play out in the potential King of the Hill.
All right, you got me excited. I want to see a Mac. We could see it. I mean, that's something you just stated, but could we see it on these maps? That's where we're going. Hollows, Demolition for game number 1. Windward for our King of the Hill. And Canal Demolition if needed. And, woo, man, if this is a 3-game set, oh my goodness, lusty dogfish. They could have eaten dinner, had tea, taken a nap, woke up, and still watched this end of this probably, but we'll see if it has to go to game 3. Let's see how it goes. Bans are coming in as well. Let's take a look at those. Who knows? Maybe Mac will be banned out. They just don't want to deal with this guy. Lancer, Fixer. Tyson Mentality has taken out Fixer, so they know what they're doing, at least on the banning side of things. Taking out one of the strong characters in the game that continuously gets banned. Lancer being taken out on Hollows as well. This leaves open the Dahlia, the Mac, the Glitch, Talons, Anvils, all of the good stuff here.
Oh yeah, and I just sent Muscle Freak a little message. I said, Mac for King of the Hill, ? And he said verbatim, oh my God, you know it without a doubt. I know nothing else. So who knows? Looks like we'll most likely see that Mac from Muscle Freak unless it's banned out. So I'm excited for that. But for this demolition, I'm not exactly sure what rogues are going to be picked. These are pretty standard bans with Lancer and then obviously the Fixer coming out. This is going to be a very, very explosive match right here. If we're going to be on Hollows, the Glitch is still open, obviously. So how do these players play Glitch? I'm excited to see that. I've seen I've seen P-Crew play Glitch, and I have seen EXO play Glitch, and I've also seen Fank play Glitch. So I'm not exactly sure who we're going to be seeing on Glitch, but I'm guessing that since he is not banned, that is going to be a very stapled rogue along with the Anvil combination. So we'll see how this bad boy is going to work out, man.
You can always just pull out the Dahlia Saints for your smoke plants with an Anvil. Don't necessarily have to get fancy with it. If you're not good with it, don't do it, even if it's a good rogue. That's what I say sometimes. If you're not good with something that is meta, it just won't work most of the time. We are going to see Pix pulling out the Glitch, however. No mastery, but he's
interesting.
It seems. Fank
yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Kestrel on the cool, and EXO is thinking about locking in a Ronin. Ronin, EXO, those two kind of go together. This is one of the first really good Ronin players I remember seeing when comp first started. This is going back, probably to October of last year. Okay. The Roko showdown for the EU teams there. Oh my goodness. That bringing back memories there. I was casting those. I was casting those on my own channel, watching people's POVs. It was insane.
The good old days.
Emmis was on the French team with Mr. Brady at that time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were the duo back then. Those are the good old days.
Well, Pulsa was with them. No, Pulsa was with EXO. That was before they were Era Eternity. Orgless Rojo, I think they called themselves.
And you know what's wild is I hosted my very first Rogue Company tournament a little bit over a year ago to the date. So it was like a year. It was late August. So that was my first Rogue Cup. And the duo of Emes and Mr. Brady actually won that first Rogue Cup. It was a kill race because there were no customs back then.
They were the first ones to bring out Anvil on Attack, dude. I remember that. They were playing like Anvil Attack on Factory. Everyone's like, what in the world are these kids doing? And they're planting the bomb behind the shield. No one can get around it. And they're like, what the hell's going on? This is so brilliant. Yeah. Shout out to the OGs all around the scene there.
The meta setters for real.
To make their ways through. Yeah, I told you, trendsetters, meta setters, man. Speaking of trendsetters, a little bit of a basic trend here. Going towards the B site. Pix playing on site with them. Look at these glitches. I see you. You see me. I see you. iPhoning each other up here. They're FaceTiming. Bomb looking like it's trying to get planted, but an Incend comes out. Now poisons. Shout out to whoever's job it is to be the bomb planter, man. Every game, you are getting everything thrown at you, dude. Cool turns the corner. He finds one on a Muscle Freak. Pix went down. That was a trade. Glitch will get picked up on both sides. Oh, my goodness. Glitch is going down on both sides there. Dahlia being linked to one on the defensive side. So they had to hand-res Glitch from Gaming Gorillas. They do so. Now everything's starting to slow down. Getting shot in the butt is EXO. Still got the bomb. He has to get out of there. That poison would have killed him.
And now he's got 10 seconds.
Yeah, they have 10 seconds. The bomb's on an island, man. This ain't getting planted here. This pistol round is going to Tyson mentality here. Unless the miracle plant can happen right now, it will.
They have a 4v3 retake, and they have a guy trapped on the bomb. They should be able to clear them out pretty easily. They have two players trapped in this cut.
Though.
That is true. It's a pistol round.
You saw both Vi poisons and Incend. It all came out. Look at this. Quantic getting a little dangerous. He's got teammates with him, though. He goes down, but they take out Pix. Someone else is going to turn the corner. I can see it happening. F22 finds EXO. F22, by the way, CMG username Israel Rojas. 3-2 overall. They've won 3 rounds today, which means he was 0-2. He has $0 in earnings. He hasn't played on CMG in any game. And now here he is on the top of the leaderboard against a really good team. And they lead 1-0.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely doing his job as the Vi. You know, Vi has a very important job on this map. You have to get them off the bomb. Your job is to not let the enemy team plant the bomb. A lot of times, your Vi, your job will be, okay, just save your utility for the retake, things like that. Maybe a factory, things like that. But no, on this map, as Vi, you do not want to let them get that bomb down. You do not want them to plant it. You guys saw how close that round was right there, and that was a 4v3 retake. So on a 4v4 retake, it is even harder, so you want to make sure that player, even if they do get the bomb down, that they at least die getting it down so you have a 4v3 situation, because it is such a hard map without an anvil on your defensive side to retake and defuse that bomb safely. So we'll see if we're going to see a little bit better from the offense right here in this execution, maybe coming out a little bit faster this time as they know the general setup that the defense is going to be in.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, he used his util so beautiful there. 1 second left. Just unfortunate. This time around, though, he's getting eliminated very quickly. So now they have control of this back porch of the B plant. Dahlia trying to get some shots on. That's Quantic, but to no avail. He knows that someone's to the left. He smokes that main doorway in his own side of the map. They have to push him out. They can't allow EXO to sit there for free. Pix cool sitting in the middle cut, waiting to see whoever comes behind them. EXO finds Muscle Freak with that grenade, trying to finish him off with that Ronin knife. It will get shot. No one's trying to swing through the back. P-Crew making his way through mid, but he gets downed by Cool. Bomb 75% through. 2 members standing. It's Dahlia and Glitch. The revive did come through, but it doesn't matter. This time the attackers, with a much clear-cut plan, execute perfectly.
Yeah, that was a very solid round on offense. They were able to get that little distraction in from EXO. You saw him little bunny hop in front of that player, and then the second player was able to hop on the box and take him out in in Cool. There's great stuff out of them. Overall, they're playing together as a team really, really well. Sadly, they weren't able to win that first round. But overall, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Gaming Gorillas and how they're executing their plays right now. We'll see if they're going to be able to keep that up, or if Tyson Mentality is going to be able to hit them with something a little bit different. Because having this double molly setup on defense is going to make it extremely hard to plant that bomb at either site, especially this A site, though.
Yeah, but the round before, they took Vi out pretty quickly, so that eliminated one of those Incens. They got to pick it up for themselves as well, I believe. So look at this. Incen coming out onto red. That's going to push them back. Shots coming out from Glitch. You said Muscle Freak. He flies helicopters during the week for the military. I would say F-22 is looking like a jet right now. He might be flying jets right next to him. He's running around the map, too, trying to find some sort of success here. You can see him in the cut towards mid there. He's got some good util in his pocket still, hasn't used most of it. Ronan now making her way. You have to assume that she has tenacity. She is being the bomb planter. Poison comes out. She cannot get this bomb down as quickly as she'd like. She tries again, but EXO knows that something might come through. Hack comes through. Everyone's getting pushed. Look how far back they're being pushed into their own spawn. Cool on the right side with the flank. Finds one, finds two. F-22 finally responds onto Cool, but it doesn't matter. The damage has been done, and now it's just F-22. Glitch is down, can be revived, but there's someone in the way, and that's Pix, and he finishes him off.
Yeah, another solid round out of the offense, and that was very aggressive pushing out that backside right there, but they were able to make it work, and hey, if you're able to be coordinated, that is the big thing that you've got to do in these situations when you're in the semifinals is you got to look at coordination. You got to look at making your plays at the exact same time. You can't be doing one utility too early because then it's wasted. You have to make sure that everything is timed according to plan. Call-outs are on point. Even there, they knew there was a player on the left. They made sure to play for him as a team at that A site instead of just making the solo play, trying to do what they can by themselves. They're playing like a team, and you love to see that, especially if you're on offense and with a comp like this where it should be a struggle to get the bomb down.
It is definitely a struggle, I would say. I mean, look how much util they are getting on them. So the adjustment from Gaming Gorilla is saying, okay, while they're trying to util out Ronan, let's just push into him. Let's find a flank. Cool did that perfectly. Look how deep he was in their spawn last round. This time he elects to play with his team. P-Crew playing pretty far up there himself on the defensive side. Smoke comes out to the right side of the crane. Incen comes out. I don't know if you want to be throwing that up there, especially when they can still sit in cover. Muscle Freak getting shot. He dodges those, goes back. Another smoke towards that doorway. And now they're being pushed towards the back of crane. They get a free plant. Most of the util's been used. Any other util is far out of reach. Muscle Freak, see you later. Look at this. This Vi Poison not even touching Cool. He's just sitting on top of the bomb here. He's got Quantic on the other side. He does get tear gassed, but Quantic gets taken out. Fank says hello with the MXR. Drones are coming through onto the right side. F-22 stuck behind the crane. The glitch hack is coming through, but I think that's irrelevant at this point. Most of their util's already been used. They're just waiting for them to make the move towards the bomb, which is just being covered at all angles. Muscle Freak peeks out for just a moment to see if he can get some shots on the person in cave, but that won't work. And look at this, F-22 finds it down on the Cool, but it doesn't matter. Everyone just falls apart after that. They're continuing to push them far back beyond crane.
Yeah, just great aggression out of the offense overall. You know, they're doing exactly what they want and imposing their will. They're going A, letting them know it, pushing them back.
and out utiling them, excuse me, and winning these rounds. And that's what you love to see, you know, able to do it smartly as a team. Yet again, another coordinated push was done very smart. Love to see it. Will they be going back to B? I'm not exactly sure. I believe that their A is going to be their best bet. It's already worked a couple of times. And yeah, it looks like they are going to be going back over to that A site yet again for another attempt at a pretty easy A push.
Yeah, I mean, at the expense of just getting aggressive, it's working out for them here on this A push. They can say, hey, we can plant the bomb, or we can just push them past Crane. And then they just control the map, and they just push into them, and there's no pushback coming from the defense. Maybe hold your util, or just not allow yourself to give up that ground. And look at that. Cool. Triple upgraded. He swaps to the Knight. This is something I was talking about he was doing earlier. Finds the down onto F-22 is Fank, finishes him off with the Halo drones, and look at Cool with this SMG in his hands. Oh my goodness. This is not good, because now kids in casual are going to do this to me on the same team as me, but they don't understand. Use the Riptide until you get that triple upgrade. So I'm going to have non-upgraded Knights running around in my games. Thank you, Cool, and the other great Kestrels out there. This is what we deal with, Rome.
Nah, Cool is an absolutely incredible Kestrel. If he wants to use the Knight, by all means, he can use the Knight, and he's probably going to make it look even better than the Riptide, man. The dude is absolutely nasty at this game. Doesn't really matter the gun that he's using, whether it's a sniper, AR, sub.
Oh my goodness.
Cool is extremely comfortable. He's extremely cool, calm, and collected, if you will.
Could have been a 4K if Fank didn't get that first knock.
Yeah.
Cool technically killed him with his Halo drones right there. As you can see, Fank got the knock. That was a down by Fank by a hair. He killed him with the Halo drones, and then he was able to down the other three. So just one bullet from Fank. If it would have missed, that would have been the 4K.
Nice, yeah, Cool, very
okay.
capable of that, man. We've been seeing him do that ever since the STK days, excuse me, from before Kestrel was even a thought in competitive. Man, those were the good old days back when it was like only 10 rogues. Man, that was an interesting time.
That's what I was going to say, man. If you get a 4K, it's great. But if you win the round and you almost get that 4K, but you still win the round, I'd take that any day, especially in the tournament setting. But yeah, Dahlia had just come out. I mean, Cool was playing Dahlia a lot during those STK days.
Yeah.
That was December. They played under the STK name in December. Oh, man, that was gruesome. That's when we had 8 qualifiers. 8!
Yeah.
It was like 3 a week, I think. Oh my goodness, it was gruesome. Till like 3 in the morning.
Oh yeah, those qualifiers were gruesome. I remember those. Yeah, teams were
you played
definitely
them.
trying. Oh yeah. Yeah, they were fun, man. They were fun to play and, you know, get the competitive juices going. Yeah, it was really fun. Wish I could have done a little bit better, but it's all good. I was meant for casting. Right now, 3v2 situation. And he's going to be flanking, taking him out, and that is going to be all she wrote for that one. That's a 5-1 lead now for the side of Gaming Gorillas.
It's looking a lot more cleaner for the Gaming Gorillas on attack here. They know exactly what they want to do, how to do it, and they're getting it done. Tyson mentality, they won the first round, and after that, they have fallen apart, it seems. They just can't find a way to finish off their, you know, they get a knock here or two, but they just can't really finish it off. And then they're also just giving up way too much space, right? Like, they're like, man, I can't find the greatest analogy off the top of my head. It's just like, it's like an old lady that welcomes you in her home and then is offering you full meals and cookies. She just doesn't understand that you're not supposed to be there.
Interesting. Right now,
Exo getting stuck behind the stairs here.
I was about to say, he's in a little bit of a pickle. That melee barely going to be missing. Are they going to be able to take out these players? That's a nice Halo drone, but sadly not able to connect on anything. But there is cool with that Knight, like you said, absolutely amazing with it. Now 2v2 situation as Dahlia's down, able to make it a 2v1. All that's left is Glitch, Muscle Freak on the flank.
I have to say, the Knight looks cool when it's fully upgraded just because there's like so many parts that add to it, but I don't know. There's not many players that can do that great with it, so we might not see it as popularized as we think it will be. But let's see what Tyson Mentality can do on the attacking side. From what I've gathered, this map is kind of attack-sided in the last few weeks. You know, it's kind of even on both sides at some extent, but you know, some teams do a lot better on attack than they do themselves on defense. We'll see how Tyson Mentality comes out on the attacking side. They are going to bring the Dahlia, Glitch, Talon, and Ronin. So you could see, you know, a Dahlia Ronin connect link or a Dahlia Glitch link. If you're really scared about leaving the bomb out on an island, you could see the link to Talon, I guess. But
that is true. That is true. Those mag gloves can definitely come into handy every now and then. You know,
I'm gonna be honest. I definitely do that. I definitely do that myself in ranked games. I solo queue, so I can't trust my randoms. If they drop the bomb, I got to be able to pick that thing up, you know?
Oh, yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, linking with Talon, it is a very underrated passive, I will say that, you know, especially if you are on the offensive side, simply because you just need to be able to grab that bomb back. And that's exactly what they're going to decide to do. So a lot of times on this map, you know, you might try to go B. I was just going to say, you try to go B and you get the bomb down, and then you get killed off the bomb before you finish planting, and then the bomb's stuck there. If you have the mag gloves, you can reset, you know, do that again, rotate to A, something like that.
Yeah, what I was going to say is we've even seen teams where they kind of play hot potato with it, right? I mean, Candy's teams, they've been really good at that in the past, but nowadays, I think the defense knows when you drop the bomb, which is kind of ridiculous across the map, but, you know. If you need to, you could play long-range hot potato. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning kind of playing catch with each other there if you got two mag gloves. Speaking of the hot potato, Quantic looked like a hot potato stuck in the middle of Cool and another member being EXO. They find it down under them. Bomb's been planted, by the way. Look at this. He picked up a C4 off somebody. Did a little bit of damage. P-Crew coming around. Oh, my goodness. They find those downs. Muscle Freak. Wow. They survived that great push that was coming in. I think the C4 missing was a large part of that going the wrong direction. They get their second round here.
Yeah, that was like an absolutely massive C4 right there. And if it would have been just a tad bit to the right, it would have landed and it would have did some major damage. And that most likely would have been an easy round for Gaming Gorillas. But sadly, the trajectory was messed up just a little bit to hit the wall. And just because of that, it ended up doing no damage. So just unfortunate stuff for the side of Gaming Gorillas. And maybe Tyson Mentality, maybe they'll be able to use that momentum to start something miraculous. You never know.
That could be the start of this kind of snowball effect here. The start of the avalanche for the attacking Tyson Mentality. We'll see.
And there we go.
There's the smokes. Look at that double smoke. That is perfect, but coming from behind is Cool once again. F22 throws a C4, then finds the headshots he needs. P-Crew gets finished off. Cool gets finished off. Fank getting domed across by Muscle Freak. Look at that beautiful skin on that KA-30. Nice Ronin ballistic knife. Doesn't find any damage onto a player, though. Maybe they thought someone was trying to hide behind there. They're still watching this bomb. Only two members on defense alive. Zexo and Fank. They are linked. I don't know. They do have the link available. I can see that now. Fank, though, getting domed once again by Muscle Freak. And then the jump shot from F22 finishes him off. 6-3 now.
Yeah, one round at a time. That's all you got to do. Take it one round at a time. Go slow. Even though they were down 6-1 at halftime, you know, they like I said, whatever the other team can do to you, you can do to them. If they 6-1 you, guess what? We can 6-1 you right back and meet you at 7-7. And that's what this team's going to try to do. This team right here, they will never get down. Muscle Freak, he's one of the most positive people in the gaming community. A lot of people, they'll sit here and they'll get down 6-1. They'll start grumbling, things like that. They'll say, oh, it's over. They'll start blaming their teammates or they won't talk, things like that. No, Muscle Freak will say, yo, we got this, guys. We got this. Look, we got this, man. I don't care. We're better. Yeah, and he'll give you that motivation to really make you feel like you can do it. So I know this squad, they're motivated after getting those last 2 rounds. And if they're able to keep it up, this is going to be a very, very spicy map.
Yeah, you can't get negative on your teammates, man, especially in the middle of a game. You know, it's one thing to stay positive, but it's a total another thing if you're just raging each other and, you know, creating that toxic atmosphere. I mean, I looked on Twitter today. There's a team that lost. I'm not going to name names, but one of the players said that someone got very upset on their team mid-game, tried to surrender. That's not what you like to see.
Yeah, not at all.
Smokes come out. P-Crew finds a double, and then they just end up finding everything else. They've gotten a 4th round here. 3 straight for them.
Yeah, absolutely incredible stuff from the side of Tyson Mentality. To have a Tyson mentality and win these 3 rounds in a row on offense, they said, look, what does Mike Tyson do? He gets hit, he hits you back even harder. So, hey, if you 6-1'd us, we might go ahead and 7-1 you right on back. And right now, they're up 3-0 on this half, not letting up, and they're looking very, very strong on this offensive side. And this Talon Dart has been coming in huge for them simply because they haven't been linking with the Ronin like that. So if you're not going to be linking with the Ronin, then 3 of these players are going to be revealed on the Talon Dart. So now the question is, how fast can you get rid of the Talon Dart with your glitch hack, or if you will even use it on the Talon Dart? That's another question, because a lot of times people like to save it, use it for the late util dump action that happens post-plant. It's all about personal preference. Right now, you can see the nades starting to get cooked. People are starting to get hacked.
I mean, Dahlia linking to the Kestrel is okay for that extra money, but 3-4 rounds into this half, still linking with the Kestrel at this point with the Ronin available. I don't know. It seems like you're strapped for cash there, Dahlia. Fank finds F22. Easy down. They're pushing very aggressively onto the site. Tyson Mentality. Everything's starting to fall apart for him. Only 1 member still alive. It's P-Crew on the glitch. Doesn't have his iPhone out. Has to use just his eyes and ears to figure out where they're coming from, if they're going to push them, if they're going to try and force some 1v1s. If they do, P-Crow could win. He sees 1. Halo drones come out. Nice preemptive dodge roll. Not that one. The one before. I don't know. I don't know about this. He knows where they are. The bomb's out of his reach. I mean, if the Dahlia was alive and linked to the Talon, swoop, grab that bad boy.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Not as super viable as we'd like to say. He does find some extra cash, downing and completing the kill. But they still lose the round. 7-4 now. Still close game. Still doable. But you can't give up another one.
Yeah, now they already won 3. You got to do the even harder side of the sandwich and win 4 in a row. You gave up that 1 round. That's the 1 round that you're able to give up. Everything else from here on out has to be flawless. Like I said, they gotta 8-1 them back. And right now they were up 3-0, but now it's 3-1. So these next few rounds, you got to win these 4 in a row very, very quickly. And you can't let this team get that momentum, that 8-4 momentum heading in. You got to try and take as many rounds off this team as possible, because if they 8-4 you, they're going to be feeling extremely comfortable going to the King of the Hill. But if you give them a sweat match, if you take it 8-6, 8-7, this team's going to be second thinking about that King of the Hill, and they're going to realize, man, this team we're going against is a problem. But P-Crew, that's a problem in itself, as he does go down, unfortunately, in the mid.
Oh, not even triple upgraded. He's electing to go with this knight very early on. I think that's double upgraded, right? I don't use that gun, so I can't tell. I know if the The sights on it, I think that's an upgrade. I don't know if it's doubled yet, but someone in the world who uses this gun will know how many upgrades this is. Quantic ends up going down to the ballistic knife. He gets finished off as well. Oh no, Town, the only member alive, is F-22. Everything rests on his hands and his shoulders. Don't think it's... I think it might be too much weight for him here in game number 1. They're surrounding him. Look at that. Didn't even see him. See you later. Game 1 goes to Gaming Gorillas. 8-4. 18 downs there, I think, for the Kestrel being cool. So putting in a lot of work. Muscle Freak did well. P-Crew did okay. F-22 did well at the same time, but they just couldn't fit it all together. They won 3 straight rounds there to start off their attack, but then they lost 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replays. Well, Rome tells us what Tyson Mentality needs to do in game 2.
Yeah, in game 2, the biggest thing that they got to do is stick to their guns. You know, he already said he's planning on pulling out his special sauce, which is the Mac. So we'll see if that is going to be his choice. If it might get banned out, you never know. You know, sometimes when players are vocal about what they want to go, you know, sometimes it ends up getting banned out. But I'm sure that this team would not have a problem with him running that, as they'd look at it and say, you know what, that's fine. Run it if you want. No problem to us. They might go ahead and ban out something a little bit more annoying in King of the Hill that they would feel like they do not want to play against simply because they're not going to play it. So if they do end up banning the Mac, it will definitely be a personal ban. But, you know, they have to use their chemistry that they already have if in this matchup if they want to win and force game 3.
All right, the question is he an LMG Mac or an objection Mac?
He is an LMG Mac. He loves using the LMG.
LMG Macs are 0-3 on CMG broadcasted matches.
Mac
Mac overall is 0-3.
He's gonna try to flip the script on that one, you know.
Oh, he's gonna give it a 25% win rate. Okay.
Oh yeah, there you go. Got to go from 0 to somewhere.
We're going to windward for our King of the Hill. Game 1 was 8-4 in favor of Gaming Gorillas, so they lead the series 1-0. Winner of this matchup will go on to face Lusty Dogfish in the finals for today's qualifier, where they will fight for seeds 1 and 2. Windward, is this a Mac-ish map here for King of the Hill?
Yeah, I've seen him run Mac on this map. I've seen him run Mac on Icarus. I've seen him run it. It doesn't really matter the map. He is comfortable on Mac. That is something that he just loves to run. It's a pocket pick of his. So, you know, it's going to be very interesting if he's going to have a Dahlia with him. That combination could be pretty lethal to go up against, and I'm not sure if Gaming Gorillas is going to be ready for that.
Well, if they don't get a Dahlia, do they still pick the Mac? That's the question I have. Right?
I would think so. I think if you're confident in your Mac gameplay, then you're going to rock with Mac regardless, because once that LMG starts really going after the first few bullets, you know, it starts to get really scary to challenge it. So we'll see how it's going to work out. If he's going to be picking it, if it's going to get banned, we're not exactly sure. We just got to wait and find out.
Okay, I'm excited to see if we see some Mac. I believe the bans are coming in, Scorch and Fixer. So Mac he's on the board, right? Tyson Mentality, they ban out Scorch. Gaming Gorillas, they ban out Fixer. Maybe they're just not scared of this guy's Mac. You know, play it all you want. We don't care about 25 armor on you every time.
Maybe they don't know.
You're not gonna down anyone. Yeah, maybe they don't know. That's also an answer. That's also a good factor that could play in there as well. All right. Rome, who you got in this? Your Macalicious Tyson Mentality, or you got the Gaming Gorillas?
Oh man, it's gonna be close. It is gonna be close, but I gotta go with the Gaming Gorillas. You know, their squad top to bottom, they just have a lot more experience. I'm just gonna go with them. I will say the Tyson Mentality, I'm expecting them to put up a great fight, if not win it. So you know, pulling out the Mac. We'll see if he's going to do it. You know, he's usually a man of his word, so you know, we'll see how it's going to work out this time. He said it's all I know and it's open, so you know, we'll see.
Always
Hopefully,
taking
it'll
the
be
cheap way
through
out.
because, like you said, man, what 3 times we've only seen Mac 3 times now on the main stage, so you know, this will be probably the 4th time. We'll see if it's going to happen. Hopefully, so.
Always taking the cop out, Rome is. Always picking the most favored team in the matchup. Never wanting to spice things up. So
you should have asked me who was going to win between just us earlier. You know, I did tell you the maps favored Cordiality, and Cordiality ended up taking them out. So, you know.
You know what? We're hopping into Windward. And just like what you just mentioned, that's in the win. So we move forward. Here we go. Windward, game number 2 between Tyson Mentality and Gaming Gorillas. The Gorillas winning this will send them to the finals. Tyson, though, trying to force game number 3. We'll see how it goes. This is King of the Hill for game number 2. And there's the Mac. Locked in, no hesitation.
Yeah, there it is. So the Big Daddy Mac. Now, I'm not sure who all played Mac in the other 3 games, but I can guarantee that none of them were on the level of Muscle Freak and his Mac. This dude is absolutely insane with it, so hopefully he will live up to the hype that I've been giving him. And we'll see right here, man, as they are going to be going up against Pixie's Phantom. Oh, man, we got some straight pocket picks right now coming out. Man, we get Muscle Freak's Phantom, or Muscle Freak's Mac. We get Pixie's Phantom. This is going to be an absolutely insane matchup. P-Crew's Lancer is open. P-Crew known to go crazy on the Lancer. F22 going to be on the Vi. He needs to match EXO, but there is going to be that Dahlia res that is going to be able to come through for the side of Tyson Mentality. And man, this is going to be a fiery matchup as both of these squads seem poised and completely ready to take this map right now. I'm sure that both teams are feeling very comfortable with their picks, and I'm not sure which composition that I like more. I like both of them for their own reasons. We're going to be flying right into Windward right now. They're going to be heading straight over to this 8-point. As you can see, Lancer already popping her boots, trying to get that priority position onto the cannons area. And you can see the Mac, he's going to warm that thing up. And he's going to start lining them up, already hitting for 76. And they're going to get control of this point. He's going to put down that flash radius. He's going to let them know if anyone comes inside here, they are going to get taken out. Cool did just down himself with a Kestrel ult. You hate to see it. Pixie challenging with the sniper against the Mac. He needs to land another bullet. Mac lining him up with that amazing LMG accuracy. Once he's able to get that thing going, it is a problem, and already they're up by 35 points to 0, and you can see Quantic is even rotating over to get the next spawns, which is absolutely incredible. If you're able to get the scrap time on this hill as well as the next, then you're going to be sitting very, very pretty. So current 37-point lead, about to be 40-point lead heading into this second hill. And Muscle Freak already has control of it. You guys can see the Mac down there with that extra HP. He is ready. And now there is going to be the flank coming in from P-Crew on that Lancer. But he picked up a Riptide. Not only that, and there it is. There it is. The big old LMG keeping him in that corner, calling him out. The quick reload time. He's going to be right back at it, shooting right back at these players, not letting anyone peek anything. And you can see from range, even EXO, he had to try his best just to live and survive that thing. And LMG at that range with that accuracy is absolutely incredible if you're able to hold it down. And right now, this Dahlia is able to get this extra HP, and she's picking up all these extra downs, regenning that extra 25 HP. And right now, this is a slaughterhouse right now. This is an absolute slaughterhouse. And this Mac Dahlia combination is looking absolutely lethal, Blue.
It definitely is. He took a little bit of a crush there as he went down, but hey, he's still doing a great job. I can't remember for the life of me. I don't have my patch notes in front of me from the last patch, but when they buffed a bunch of different things for a lot of guns, I think they buffed the accuracy buff on that thing too. I can't remember, but it's gotten a little bit better than what it already was. He's looking to try and give it his first win. He just got another down onto EXO. And now F22 is finding some successful downs here. Cool gets stuck in the corner next to the trash can. F22 says, no, no, no. You need to die. And right now, she gets caught out by Pixie. Pixie still sticking with it. F22 goes down. EXO finds Muscle Freak with that Incend, then finds Quantic.
And they just got their
Nightshade.
first point. They're getting their first points right now, halfway through the Sea Hill. That is a problem. That is a huge problem. And I don't know if you noticed, Blue, but they actually, this team, Gaming Gorillas, they had the spawns for this Sea Hill, but they weren't able to get any of the hill time because instead of pushing them out of the spawns, they said, fine, you can have the spawns, we'll just keep you in them. And that's exactly what this Squad and Tyson mentality did, is they let them have the spawns and said, look, we're just going to trap you in there. And that's how you're able to see P-Crew at the top of the stairs just keeping cool at bay. And they're doing a great job. Pixie doing what he does on this sniper. It feels so good to hear that Phantom Sniper yet again, man. It's been so long since we've seen this thing in Koth or in competitive Rogue. Now it's finally back as Pixie is trying to bring this bad boy back. As you guys can see, ding, love that part. 140 straight to the dome, and we're going to keep it going right on to the next, next sequence. And Quantic picking up a nasty two-piece.
Yeah, Muscle Freak found a third one to cap all of that excitement off as well. It is not looking good for him. 9 seconds, 8 seconds away from finishing this off before regulation time even ticks away. Look at that. Only need 4. Now the objective is being taken control of by Gaming Gorillas, but it is not looking good here. This is a long way to go. 100-point deficit. Pixie finds 2. P-Crew finds a double himself on a fake, and Pixie EXO trying to retaliate, trying to find some success. He falls super low. 31 health to his name. Grenade comes in. Quantic just found 2. He found another one with his MXR in his hand.
And they need one more point. My goodness.
Sudden death. Don't leave the hill.
1 point. You're right. Oh my goodness. All they got to do, I mean, it's sudden death too. They really just have to take them off the objective. This would be a tremendous comeback if Gaming Gorillas are able to win this round, especially with a Phantom Sniper. Can it happen? Tries to take the headshot. Misses. Look at that one. That one doesn't. EXO finds P-Crew as well. He didn't see him, but we can notice Quantic coming through mid. He's going to jump down there. See if he can sneak up. He does so. He finds Cool. Oh! Look at that. See you later, Muscle Freak. All those bullets in the LMG. Pixie only needs 1. But look at this. F22 picked up a big LMG. He finds 1. He finds 2. He finds 3. He finds 4. The full team wipe coming in from F22. Oh my.
Yeah, P-Crew right now going absolutely off on this Lancer. Cool has said 80,000 times, I can't stand playing against Lancers. Oh, and man, right now, the lack of a Lancer ban coming back to bite him, it seems. They chose to do the Scorch instead. So this is a very, very interesting play as, man, when you're able to pick up that LMG and start mowing players down, it is one of the best feelings in the game. Almost as satisfying as a headshot with that Phantom Sniper. It's just mowing players down with that LMG. And right now, P-Crew on this Lancer, he's going to be hitting a wide flank. Normally, we see players go straight to the hill. He's going to opt to go the long way, hit his boots a little bit late. He's got to win this one to make it viable.
Here comes the Semtex across the way into there. What would normally be your A bomb site on demo, but nothing comes of it. Now fighting for this tree control. Look at Lancer walking right into this. Pixie, oh my goodness!
Oh my lord. I'm gonna need a replay of that.
Ah, my. I hope the
Can we demand replays yet?
Snapping that one.
Are we there? Oh, wow, we got it. Oh, man. Ding! And it was a headshot.
Oh, they even slowed it down. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. The booth is showing off now. At this point, man.
Yeah, showing off. They've got the lead this time around. I think 37 is about half the amount of points they scored in the entirety of the last round. So they're able to grab it here off the first hill, working towards that second one, and they already have control of it. Holding Quantic to a 0 health pool there. Incen comes in. Exo downs 1. Cool finds a double, and the respawns are not working out here for the side of Tyson Mentality.
Yeah, this round is looking very rough. This is looking like it might be as bad as 100-6 after the end of this second hill, simply because they lost 2 very important trades. And now you can see Exo, he is relaxed on the hill and he is chilling. And right now they're going to be rotating over already to go for those spawns. And man, that is just painful to give up this much time. But on a hill that's as valuable as the C hill, you have to, because you're able to get 70 points off of this hill alone if you're able to hold it. And that's what they're going to have to try to do right now.
Still moving in 10 seconds.
Well, I think Tyson Mentality have it in them. If they can find some good knocks, get some kills. Oof. Oh my goodness, look at him trying to find these trick shots off the zips. Exo, cool. They're all finding downs for themselves. Exo found a double there. F22 being the second fighter. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Will you please kill this man? Oh my goodness. Exo found him. He found another one with that Incen, but Pix over here just look at it. Look at. There's like 9 shots coming out of that pistol. Shoot this man.
That was absolutely disgusting.
Dahlia just got embarrassed. Who is that, Quantic? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you might be seeing that one on Twitter later, as Pixie right now showing why on Windward you should fear his sniper. If you peek him, you might be in trouble, because he is not letting anyone by. My goodness, he is going head hunting right now. 50% off. You see him, he is looking for hairs right now. He said, if I can see a pixel of your hair, I'm going to be hitting that bad boy. And that is going to be a quick round. Wow, that ended on the third hill. That's how you know that it's a wipeout, when you ended on the third hill. If you don't even see the fourth hill, that was a very, very slow round for the losing squad. And Tyson Mentality now 1 round away from getting eliminated. This is where they need to fight back, and I believe that this Lancer made a mistake by not going to the initial hill in the last round by trying to go for that flank. I think that the Lancer made a mistake. Just get control of that hill, get those early points, because they do actually matter.
150-6 was the final score in that second round, I think.
Yeah, rough.
So that's probably the biggest blowout we've seen in a King of the Hill round. Not a complete game, though. We'll see how this last round goes. F22 goes down. Exo did as well. P-Crew, and look at this. Turns the corner. A little bit of revenge. Quantic, he swapped from the MXR to the Objection, and he finds a double immediately with it.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to switch it up. Feel a little bit more comfortable, you know?
Hey, it doesn't cost any extra money now. You know what I'm saying? Buy one, get one on guns and upgrades, baby. I like how they experimented with changing different primaries to different prices. You know, like the Objection was 7K. Now it's just 8K for everything. You buy one, you get one. Look at this. Muscle Freak tried to find those shots. Couldn't get it in time. P-Crew goes down to the sniper once again. And everything is starting to fall apart for them over and over. And Pixie held this angle. This entire area of the map was his to hold last round. No one came that way. This time might be a little bit different. Muscle Freak finds Cool over there towards the objective. P-Crew goes down. Look at this. Caught you slacking. You weren't expecting me. Don't cross my street. It's his domain. He's watching over it. No one's allowed over there. It's like he's the mayor.
Pixie's doing a great job just holding down the spawns.
It looks like a boring job, but it's a job that's got to be done. Look at this. Turn the corner, down in each other. There's the trade. This is a little bit closer this round. I mean, 50 points here. compared to 33. A little bit of garbage time getting picked up for Tyson Mentality. That'll set them up nicely going into this third hill. Not as nicely as they'd like. They'd like a bigger cushion. But hey, when F22 can turn the corner and do things like this, you might take control of this objective right off the bat. You can hear the footsteps coming from his teammate. Might have confused him a little. Pixie finds one. Pixie finds two. He's got 24S in his hands. Cool finds the third. And this objective will be handed over to Gaming Gorillas instead.
Yeah, now there is a player flanking the C site right now, and that's going to be P-Crew. That's a massive down from P-Crew. That nade's going to be coming out from Pixie. Going to be able to connect, but not for too much. And he's just going to be zoning that player out in the back. And that's the one thing. If you have those back spawns, you still have to get out of there and make it to the site. And right now, even though they have the spawns, this is another one of those situations where you guys can spawn back there all you want. You still got to make it to the site. And it looks like the side of Gaming Gorillas is just going to be flipping the script on them in this round. And we got ourselves a pretty close game going into this final hill. Looks like it's going to be about a 40-point game heading into this final one.
Yeah, I was going to say they had the spawns, but then it looked like they just gave those spawns up or they were taken away from them a little bit. Too overzealous from Gaming Gorillas. They pushed into the spawns and allowed Tyson Mentality to spawn in for that D hill with 20 seconds left on the third one in a better position. Now they're fighting for those power spots for that last and final hill. P-Crew might not flank, might just hold this, but look at this. EXO has his sniper watching over his back like a guardian angel, and he found the headshot, but then he goes down as he comes through market. Fank working together, but he goes down. EXO picking up one, finishing off Muscle Freak as well, but F22 responded onto Fank. Now EXO goes down as well. 108 and climbing for Gaming Gorilla. A win here could send them to the finals. A loss, and they're going to game 3. We'll see how it goes. F22 throws an incend, finds the gun down onto Cool. Now everything's starting to come into fruition as the smoke is out. Tracker rounds have got to be a major part of this vibe, just firing through smoke as EXO is able to mark and track someone through all of those smoke grenades that just came out. F22 seems like he's got Cool's phone number by now because he's been in his grill this entire game. Quantic finds a down with a grenade. Oh my goodness, look at this. Not even looking. 1, 2. Skip to my Lou. Phantom's walking down the stairs. That's defeat. They win it outright 2-1 after losing the first round. And they will move on to the finals. But let's talk about this King of the Hill. Because Tyson Mentality with the Mac were looking so good. But I have to tell you, Rome, very important. You might want to write this down. LMG Mac 0-4 on CMG major tournament broadcasts. I'm telling you, break out the objection, man. He's got a decent kit. His ult is kind of poopy still, but
maybe, I don't know. That
like
first round, it was
Mac.
looking. That first round, it was looking
Mac,
very
like,
lethal, man.
We gotta use their new gun. We gotta use his new LMG. Like, no, dude, just pull out the objection, bro.
Yeah, and you guys can see right here in these highlights, man, this first round was absolutely incredible from this combination of the Mac Dahlia. They were going absolutely insane. And right here, they said, look, we got the C Hill. You guys have the spawns. That's fine. We'll just keep you spawn trapped back there. You still have to come through these garden areas to get to the site. And right now, they were able to go up massive. And that was just a huge round 1 momentum swing. But sadly, they just weren't able to keep it up. Pixie going absolutely ballistic with this Phantom Sniper, able to hit so many crazy headshots just like this one onto Muscle Freak. Man, we could say it a million times. Even that one was lined up like he is ready. When it comes to the best snipers in the game, Pixie was definitely one of them for a reason. And that was a big round. Even though Pixie had 11 downs, it still was not enough. Right here, Pixie going crazy, hitting the nasty quickscope. And right here, he's going head hunting, not messing around whatsoever. Pixie was absolutely incredible this game on this Phantom.
Hey, look, Muscle Freak looked good, but when F22 picked up his LMG and got a 4 clip to end that first round, pretty nice looking from the Vive
Yeah.
player himself. Once again, 2-1 the score on our Windward Game 2. Gaming Gorillas, they win that. They also won our Hollows Demolition 8-4, so they win the series 2-0. They move on to face Lusty Dogfish in the finals. Let's go ahead and see what you expect out of these two teams because, okay, let's just be frank here. One team has been sitting for well over an hour, maybe even close to 2 hours at this point.
Yeah.
What is that going to do to them going into this matchup against this team that is literally just coming off of a win a few moments ago?
You know, I would say that it would affect them, but I will say this team has practiced and been in this situation before. You know, in a lot of these tournaments leading up to this, a lot of the 10K warm-up tournaments, you know, they ended up being the team that was in that winner's final spot waiting for losers bracket to finish up. So they've been used to sitting down for a while, waiting for teams to come back up to the top. So I'm very excited to see if they're going to be able to bounce back the same way that they were able to in those tournaments. This team's already taken out Just Us. I'm sure they're feeling very, very good and very confident about beating anyone that shows up on the other side.
All right, so I'm going to put you in the hot seat very quickly here. Who you got taking the edge in this matchup here?
I think that it's going to be cordial. I think that cordiality is going to win this one. And I think that it's going to be a 2-0. I don't think that it's going to be all that close of a match. I said this before. I said that this squad cordiality, they have the squad, they have the capabilities to win it all. When I said sky's the limit for this squad at the start of this stream, I meant it. This squad has the talent. This squad has every piece possible to be able to win a championship in Rogue Company for a month. You know, it's exactly what you need in this roster. So I'm not surprised at all that they're in the position that they're in. And now it's all about taking it home and securing that number 1 seed for the main event. And I think that they're definitely going to be on a road to do that and to do it in a very, very, very strong statement-like fashion. I think that that's what we're going to see here.
All right, well, let's take a look at the series layout and see where these teams will be playing in our final matchup for today's Rogue Cup September qualifier number 1. Breach Demolition will be game number 1. I love it. We've only seen this a few times. Factory, King of the Hill, and if necessary, we'll be going to Windward for our Demolition game 3. All right, Breach Demolition. Last time we saw this, we saw Just Us running straight up mid with no smokes and realizing that's a bad idea. What are we to expect now that there's been some more time for these teams to get used to this map's demolition?
Yeah, right here. Right here, this is the difference, is these teams have practiced it. That is really the biggest difference, is that these teams have a better idea of what they want to do. I've seen Lusty Dogfish, aka Cordiality. I've seen them many times before play this map and play it very, very well. So I'm expecting them to come out. They like their B pushes on offense. On defense, they have a very straight-up retake style comp. I think that they're ready to win this one. Factory King of the Hill, they have been practicing that as well. So I'm expecting them to come out and win that Factory King of the Hill as well. Like I said, I'm expecting a 2-0 for Lusty Dogfish over Gaming Gorillas. Nothing against the Gaming Gorillas. I just feel like the Dogfish are just on another level.
All right. Lusty Dogfish or Cordiality, whatever you want to call them, they are Rome's favorite to take down Gaming Gorillas here in the finals for today's Rogue Cup September qualifier number 1. If you're just joining us, whether you're on the Rogue Company channel or the CMG Esports channel, my name is Real Blue TV. I'm joined with Rome, and we're about to cast your finals for today. And some people tuning in are probably expecting to see, well, the same team they normally see in this position. That's Just Us Roko. They actually got taken out in the semifinals by Lusty Dogfish. So big shift in momentum there, big shift in the seeding as well. We talked about this earlier. Justice Roko, they've been a 2 seed twice in a main event tournament. Out of the 10 that we've done, that's the 8 10Ks and the 2 8Ks that we've done. So 10 major events. They've only been a 2 seed twice. And they still won those. Other than that, they've been a 1 seed. Today, they will not be the 1 or the 2 seed for this month. They're fighting for a 3rd seed at best next week. So we'll see them again, hopefully. But I think we've got our bands coming in pretty soon. And just as I say that, I willed it into existence. Ronan and Kestrel being taken out. Rome, Kestrel's not available. Gaming Gorilla said, we're not going to let Joker or Rixie play that. And Lusty Dogfish said, Exo's not allowed to play Ronan.
Yeah, not mad at the ban. Leaving Fixer open. If they feel like they can play a better Fixer, then go ahead and do that. This is a big risk for the side of Cordiality. Fank on that Fixer, he is a problem. And in my opinion, he's the best Fixer that's in this lobby currently. So leaving that Fixer open might come back to bite them. We'll see how it's going to happen.
Fank
I know
is the
they
best
like those
Fixer in this
push.
lobby?
Yes, I believe the Fank is the best Fixer in this lobby. Yes.
Over
yes,
Cool?
Yes, currently, yes. I would take Fank over Cool currently, yes. I've seen enough out of Fank in eights and things like that where, yes, currently for Fixer-wise alone, yes, I would put him above Cool, which is a tough thing to say. It's a tough thing to say.
Yeah.
I know you're close with Cool. I know you guys are cool. You guys are
No.
really
What I was
close
going to say
that.
was, who's the Fixer player on Lusty Dogfish? Because, like, anyone watching at home, there's a guy named Gotti on the team. You'll be like, oh, yeah, Gotti's the Fixer. But that's not actually Gotti. See, this is the confusing part here. That's 40. Just changed his name to Gotti. So who plays the Fixer on that squad?
I have no idea. It might even be Joker since they banned his Kestrel. He might just opt to go ahead and swap onto that. I know that Nash loves his Talon plays. We'll see. It's going to be very interesting. I think that based off these bans, we're going to see very weird drafts. I don't think that we're going to see people on their normal rogues. I think we might see a little bit of variation. We might see people on rogues we normally don't see, but I'm excited regardless.
This is another match where, Anvil plays a large part in defusing and planting the bomb, especially on that A side. But we're going to see. Work hard, play harder. I mean, get paid. That's what these two teams are starting to do right there. It is. Look good, shoot better, all these great slogans. But that's what these two teams are trying to do here. We've got Lusty Dogfish versus Gaming Gorillas fighting for the first and second seed in our September main event happening on the 25th and 26th of this month. But for right now, it's qualifier number 1, and it's the finals. Two powerhouses go against each other, and neither of them are named Justice. They've been knocked out. Right Turtle also not showing up in today's tournament. So this is a fresh finals that we have not seen ever before.
100%. And you guys can already see the double Anvils, the double Dahlias, the double Dallases. And then on one side, we do not have a Fixer. Remember when I said, I don't really know who's going to run Nobody. And it looks like Fank, he's going to be running the Dahlia. So he's going to opt to go ahead and say, you know what, cool. You can go on the Fixer. I'll run your Dahlia. I'm actually very surprised at the rogue selection. I would figure Fank would be on the Fixer, Pixie would be on the Dahlia, Cool would be on the Dallas. That's what I honestly thought would happen, but it looks like a little bit of a switch up. So,
well, you did play it on lockdown for them.
Yeah, very, very true, very true. So, maybe it's just
to be honest, look at it this way, right? Look at it this way, right? If you need to. Dahlia, there's a lot going on with Dahlia. Like she's got to get smokes, lifelines. She's got to play different angles. She's got to get revives when available. All that goodness. On the other hand, you have Fixer. You're just saying, yo, hold this angle, kill them. If you need to, smoke, pop goggles, kill them. Right? So.
Gotcha.
Maybe he's just more comfortable with that kind of playstyle coming back off of such a long break. Meanwhile, they're pushing into the A site heavily. This is what I was talking about. The Anvil plants on this side. Quick and efficient behind the shield, especially on an early round like this. Although I wouldn't have pushed so far into the site with the like that. Haven't seen them go that deep before. But there's a first for everything. They can watch this from all the way in the back now. Look at this smoke coming out. Maybe to help out his teammate or just take away the fire lanes away from that guy who went up there, which was Gotti. Nashpack finds one. Nashpack finds a second. They're going for the defuse, and they've got the clamshell.
Was there no Molly? They had a Dallas, and he was still alive. I was waiting for it to come out. I have no idea why. Like, the Dahlia was staring at the shield,
So they knew that the... Okay, I'm not sure if Pixie just did not have a molly that round, or if he opted to just save so that he could make sure he gets a gun. Ooh, but either way, I'm not a fan of that right there. If you know that they have an anvil, they're just going to do the exact same thing to you you just did to them. They're going to walk in, smoke it off, get that shield down, and defuse that bad boy. And they're going to need to get these mollies lined up and get them right, because they need to get rid of that shield or get them off of defusing that bomb, and they got to do it fast.
Fast indeed. But I mean, this is exactly what I said before the game started, Rome. Anvil is available, and he's good on offense or defense on this map. So we saw it work out for the attackers to get a quick bomb plant, and then we saw it work out for the defense to get a defuse.
Where are you
Yeah.
hiding?
Just got to save that incent. Maybe save something else for it as well. Grenade or a C4.
Woo.
Nash pack. Oh my goodness. Nash. There's one. There's two. Another double kill for him in the second round in a row. They get the bomb planted. It's not behind the shield. And then Nash finds that third one. A little bit of help from his teammates. They're going to end up winning another round to make it 2-0. Look at this. 7 downs for the team. 5 of those coming from Nash. He's on a mission. He wants to be the #1 seed with this new team he's put together.
Oh yeah, 100%. They are confident and they are feeling good. They practiced this map last night, and they dropped one round, and that was, I believe, against Vibes. And Vibes, they are a team that is so practiced, and this team has repeatedly shown that they are extremely talented and very, very good at reading and reacting. This team is very, very smart. They're all positionally smart players. They all don't over-rotate. They all don't flank when it's not smart to flank. They are very good players. And so this team does not have a weak link, per you say, where sometimes on teams, you'll have one player that might not usually perform to the level of the other players on the team. But this team doesn't have a weak link, if you will. And that's what makes this team so scary, is that it doesn't matter the situation you find yourself in, this team can always find a way to get themselves out of a sticky one. So
No. Every team in any sport always has a weak link. It's the fact that you're only as strong as your weakest link. So if your weakest link is very, very strong, well, your team's very, very strong.
Well, there you go.
Look at this bunny
From the man himself.
Trying to find some sort of intel. They only have a Dallas for their intel, by the way. I would have thought maybe a Glitch or a Talon would be the 2 best options on this map. It's so wide open, so many different angles. You have to try and find as much intel as possible. Just that Dallas snap, not as sufficient as you may have thought. This is the standard plant with the Anvil shield happening on this B site. They've gone towards B only once so far. A didn't work the first 2 times. They got bomb planted each time, but couldn't hold it. Now look at Cool in the face of Nash. Still can't get him. Jumps over. Finally does so. That almost put him in danger, but oh my goodness, he turns the corner and finds the second one with just a pistol in his hand. Has to reload the Deadeye. Does so. Peeks out. A couple shots come through, but he can't connect any of them. Now the Dahlia coming. Nash is still crawling. He finally bleeds out. Now the Dallas bleeds out as well. Jumping in midair. Look at the bloom coming through. Fank finds Gotti. Cool was taken out by Gotti. 1 member left. It's Joker. Already used the shield. Everything at his disposal has already been used. This bomb's going off. This is a 2-1.
Yeah, able to finally get an offensive round. That one looked clean. They were able to push out the far right side, and that's what you have to do. You really don't have a choice. Cool, he got a little bit overzealous hopping over, but it ended up paying off as the other player did rush in, and he was able to hit him twice with that pistol and down him. That weren't such a good pistol, especially at that close range, if you're able to be accurate with it.
Heading into this 4th round now. Defense still in charge of that scoreline, but not by much. You can see Nash, he had 5 downs in the first 2 rounds, 0 in that 3rd one as Cool really pushed aggressively into his face. Nash playing in the same spot, so is Dallas. This time, though, they don't want to allow Cool to take that space from them. Look at these shots. Look at the respect, by the way. He is shooting, and he can only see like an inch of their head. That is how much space they have to use to try and take these shots, because everyone in this match so deadly. I guess you could
Oh
say,
yeah,
lack of better
and
word.
those shredder rounds coming out as well. Jesus, that just deleted that shield. Wow.
Oh my goodness is right. That is a lot of shredder round damage coming in very quickly too. You have to remember, Anvil can get it, Talon can get it as well. So you got two of them just firing away at that shield.
Dahlia as well.
Not even half a clip of your mag would probably be used on that. Incense
Whoop.
comes in. That'll down Nash. Just under 30 seconds remaining here. Shield goes up. He's going to trap himself in here. He doesn't have this for the defuse, but it doesn't matter.
Wow, and wow, they decided to play off of that down that they got on Nash, and they all funneled into that tunnel, and that just made it extremely easy for Gotti, aka 40, to get those downs. He just lined them all up, and he was able to get all three with that DMR. It's absolutely incredible. Right now, they have to figure something out on this offensive side. They got to be able to make this work. They've been getting the bomb down a couple times at A, but they didn't have a molly to get them off of that shield. But now that they have those shredder rounds, which I believe they should now on this offensive side, you have to use that to your advantage. If you know you're able to get the bomb down at A, the best play is most likely going to be going to A. If you already know the shredder rounds are going to be coming into effect at this B bomb site, you got to work towards your comp and what's actually going to be working for you. And right now, I don't believe that B is going to be it for them.
Taking things a little bit more slowly this time. You can see Exo on this Anvil saying, you know what, let me play towards the left. EMP will come through. That's massive. Now they can't use any util. They can't get their shield down as quickly as they'd like. And because of that, no smokes can come out, and Fenk gets caught out. Huge play from that EMP coming out.
Oh yeah, those
Another reason
EMPs
why
can be
Dallas-
so important.
And Dallas, not just there for the reveal. They've also got a talent for that, but those EMPs, they can be devastating. Bomb has been planted. Look at this. Cool's jumping over. Cool finds one. He finds two. He finds three before he finally goes down. Gotti, the one who found him. He was trying to go for that res right after, but they didn't allow him to pass through safely. But oh my, Cool with the triple.
Yeah, Cool was able to make it happen right there. And that's what you love to see out of your fixer right now. 7 downs on Cool. He is doing it all for this squad. Those 2 rounds are on his back, and he's going to try to keep that going. As you can see, he's cool, calm, and collected. No emotes, no anything in the plane. It's all business for these teams right now, as they're playing for a whole lot of money in that first place seed going into the main event. That is major, man. That is major.
Major indeed, as we come into round number 6 now. They're elected to go back towards this B site. It's pretty wide open. There's been a lot of hectic fights and chaos that's gone on over here for the last 3 rounds, but they're still electing to go this way. They said, you know what, we can't play the A site. It hasn't worked out for us. They used that Anvil shield very nicely. We can't hold them. Pixie's throwing the incense way too early. I would assume is something they might not be saying, but it is something that is happening. He's thrown it on Talon sitting here too. Trophies, eliminating some util back and forth there. EMP comes out. That did not hit Talon. So he has his C4 available, and he'll take out Cool. That's a massive pick to open up this fight, because now the incense comes in. Oh my goodness. Cool barely alive, but it doesn't matter. Joker with the double C4. Nash finds one with his gun, and it all gets wrapped up there. Nice and neat. 4-2. Lusty Dogfish lead.
Yeah, that right there is just perfect util dumping on this squad. You see the C4 comes out, downs a player. They mollied it off to get the res, get them low, and then that second C4 from the hallway came in
to get all 3 players down. Beautiful stuff right there. You'll love to see it, man. Great stuff coming out of this squad. And now 2-4. This is where you have to realize, okay, we've lost multiple rounds going to B. We've lost multiple rounds going to A. What do we feel is the best play? You flip a coin and you say, let's go ahead and do that one. It looks like Dallas is going to be the Lone Ranger. This is interesting. Pixie is going to be playing the flanker on this offensive squad, so he's going to be by himself over there. So not exactly sure how fast he's going to be moving. Now, obviously, when that Dallas does snap, that is going to alert them and let this enemy team know that Dallas is going to be on the flank, not pushing forward. And once they know that, they might turn around and play for him. The EMPs are going to be coming out, as he does also have the devotion right now. And 40 is going to be watching this cross with that Dahlia. And that shield has not went down yet, so we're still in a little bit of a stalemate.
Oh, but he's getting pushed out. Once again, they're not able to get a bomb down. Cool goes down. That's Nash getting credit for that one. I feel like they just need to push Nash out, but it's already too late for that. Nash finds Exo, and that's bomb out of hand. 35 seconds on the clock, not looking good. Beautiful lethal avoidance there. This one is not looking good. They cannot get the bomb. Cool was revived. Pix goes down on the flank, so that didn't work out for them. Now they're getting pushed, but everything's starting to fall apart. Rixie did find it himself getting down by Cool. Joker as well. Cool trying to make plays, but it doesn't matter. The rotation from the one who was watching the flag comes in. 5-2 heading into halftime.
Yeah, right now Cool is saying, I need help. He's got a lot of downs, and his team just needs to help him out just a little bit more with it, man, if they want to get some of these rounds. As the Fixer cannot do it all, man. You only got 6 seconds of just overpoweredness, and you got to use those 6 seconds to your best ability. Kind of like Scorch. You get that Scorch ult popped, you got to fight then. You can't wait till after it runs out and then fight. Same thing with Fixer. You're most lethal during that ult, so you got to use it wisely. And looks like this squad going to be running no Fixer yet again to counter the Fixer. So they are just not worried about Fixer whatsoever, which is very interesting, as they might be the new top dog team.
Hey, 6 seconds, man. I told you, I don't think it's that devastating anymore. I don't feel like you need to ban Fixer, and if you don't play him, it's not that big of a deal. That's just my opinion, but I don't play competitively, so
Don't let your enemies plant the bomb.
getting laughed at's a normal thing. It's like I'm chicken soup at a wedding. Nobody wants it, but it's still a good meal.
Okay, that's new. That's new. I like it.
What wedding have you been to where you've eaten chicken soup?
I have never been to a wedding that has chicken soup. No.
Exactly, but you'd eat some chicken soup, right? Like, it's good soup.
If I'm at a wedding, probably not.
I meant overall, you goofball.
Oh yeah, chicken noodle soup.
Speaking
is
of
amazing.
goofball, Joker cannot peek like that. Straight up gets domed. Pixie, couple shots, and he was able to finish him. Oh my goodness, Gotti turns the corner, or 40, excuse me. Turns the corner, finishes off Exo as well. Everything's falling apart. Good defensive stance. Grabbing themselves their 3rd round there.
Yeah, playing very aggressive on this B site right there. It's an interesting play that you see pulled out usually once or twice. You usually don't have teams do that every single time. But hey, if it worked once, they might opt to do it again. But yes, meeting squads up here at this B site, making sure they can't get any control, make sure they don't feel comfortable whatsoever. We've seen a bunch of teams do this, and it looks like that was a pretty good strategy. They did it pretty well. It came down to a 3v3, and then they were able to just win those trades with all those players that were relatively low. So right now, Cool, 11 downs to his name. He went from 7 to 9 to 11. He's getting 2 downs a round right now. He is not messing around. He's going to be pushing up very close, and he's going to be popping those fixer goggles, but he's going to be getting shot from the right, so he's going to need to hide, and just like that, those 6 seconds are gone. C4 going to be coming out. He's not able to explode it, though, as he did get hacked by that glitch.
See what I'm saying? It's more like an intel thing at that point. It is definitely not as strong as it used to be. He can't just walk through that. As soon as the smoke came through, they kind of shot at him a couple times, pushed him back, and that was like 4 seconds because he had to retreat. That's most of his ultimate timer there, or his ability timer. Nash now playing on this glitch, trying to find some shots. He's going to run forward, then just back up. They are kind of trapped here in the middle. But it's only 2 of them. Joker goes down. Where are the teammates? Are they flanking? Are they trying to help? Doesn't look like it for the time being. It sounds like they're trying to plant the bomb, and the bomb has been planted. But Fank is just tearing people up in mid.
And right now, Gotti's going to need to win this big 1v1. Isn't able to do that, and we're looking at a 4-5.
4-5 indeed as the defuse is coming through. Can he get it in time?
Bomb's been disarmed.
He will. I don't even know where Talon is at this point. He's just hiding, running. 5-4. Lusty Dogfish still lead, but Gaming Gorillas taking 2 rounds here on defense has really propelled themselves.
Oh, yeah. You know, 1 round at a time. You know, they're making it happen. They just got to keep it up. You know, like I said, whatever they're able to do to you, you can do to them. So if they sent you 5-2, let's do it right back to them. Here's 2 rounds right in your face. You got to have a better offense than that if you want to beat us. That's what they're saying. So let's see if they're going to be able to adjust. Will they be going to this A site? And it looks like, yes, that is what they're going to opt to do. And they're most likely going to get this bomb down for their spawn. Have the molly as well for that post plant. And see how this one goes instead. They do have Fank up here. They're going to need to push him out of the site. Ooh, man. Glitch is going to be meeting Dallas. And I'm not even sure that they realize that they're right next to each other.
Stop them.
And is he going to walk? He just walked right past him. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Well, I mean, Glitch
Nash.
has got to know.
Nash. Nash.
Wait.
Nash.
How does he not know? He's got his iPhone out that entire engagement.
Yeah, he knew that someone was close, but he didn't realize that he was already at the middle box. So he must have thought that that player was either in A or coming from the flank quickly over at A side. Either way, that's just a misplay by Nash. You can't let somebody walk through. That's just so unfortunate. And sadly, looks like this defuse is going to come in yet again simply because the flank, you got to watch it better than that, man. Your whole job is to watch the flank. So the fact that he literally just let a Dallas walk right past him as a glitch, that one's going to hurt you big time.
It hurt them big time indeed. We're heading into a round 11 with the game tied. Now the emotes are starting to come out. You said it was all business. Well, cool. He's feeling himself here. That new Daywalker skin none the least.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right, so we've seen a couple different attack methods from both teams now. What in the world? You trying to catch a town dart midair or what's up?
And the
That's
bomb
the
gonna
plan
be
I'm
going
talking
down.
about.
Oh yeah.
Look how close that is to the edge.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Is Cool going for that revive? He is right up front on top of that as well. Right at the bottom side of those stairs. He might be able to get this done. He will. That's going to be a safe revive. It's taking a little bit of time. No helping hand, but he's still getting it done. Now they're going to be pushing through the top 3 men. Rixie finds one. 40 finds another, but Fank and Exo, they work together to take out Rixie. Fank gets finished off, though. It's 3v2. 2 being Gaming Gorillas. Look at this. Exo. Nice shots. Can he find the second one? No. The bomb is going to go off. And Joker finishes off that last member. 6-5 now.
Oh yeah. And something funny, interesting even to point out is that Cool right now is struggling to get these downs right now, as he currently has, I believe, 12, and he had 11. And he had 11 not too long ago. He had 11 about 4 rounds ago, so the fact that he's only been able to pick up 1 down means his team has really been stepping it up in these rounds where he hasn't been able to, where they've been able to come back a little bit. So the fact that this thing is 5-6, his teammates are really stepping up to help him right now, and that's exactly what he's needed. And you guys can already see Rixie, he's going to be tossing out that Talon Dart. They do not have a glitch to get rid of it, but the other side does, and they're going to be getting rid of that Talon Dart every chance that they get. And oh my goodness, Rixie is going to be taken out cool, and he's going to be getting full killed, not going to be giving their Fixer a chance in the world. And is this Talon going to get revived? That's the question. Yes, he is.
Well, you said his team was stepping up. Well, they're going to have to continue that trend here as Cool gets taken out very early. They're moving towards the B site once again. We've only done this once or twice. Didn't work out for them. You can see the different playstyles on defense as well. I mean, look at Fank and Pix. They're pushing up, playing aggressive off that giant box. Compared to Lusty Dogfish, they played very far back on that half wall, almost towards their own spawn. 40 finds one. Rixie finds one. Fank did return the favor to Nash Pack, but he got down shortly after that gets finished, and everyone else gets finished as well. 7-5. And now Nash and the rest of Lusty Dogfish are one round from taking a 1-0 lead here in our first game of tonight's finals.
Yeah, 7-5. They're feeling very good. If I could see a scoreboard real quick, that would be awesome. Just want to check out some of the stats right now going into this 7-5. But right now, I did see a couple players did have 10. That was Rix and Gotti. So Joker on the Dahlia, you know, we saw him go off on Hollows. Not having the same performance here, but he hasn't really needed to, which is definitely a plus. And this squad definitely has more revives. 10 already coming out from this squad, aside from 8 on the other side. So, you know, just winning the small battles is ended up winning the war. And right now they're going to be doing an all-out A push, trying to end this game right here, right now.
I'll find you.
Yes, indeed. Look at this. Gotti, 40, excuse me. Gotti. We're just going to call him Gotti, even though it's not really him. That's the name I see on screen. I'm getting used to it. He backs up.
Where are you hiding?
Talon Dart in the top right side. They can see how many members are at the bottom of that wall. They're going to try and play for them. They have to get them off of that. Look at the smoke up top. That really messes them up. I hear Fixer goggles going off. That means Cool's trying to find some damage through that smoke. Gotti finds Exo. Gotti finds Pixie. Gotti finds another one with the help from Nash. And it's just Cool up top. This could be the end of it all here, and it will be. Game number 1 goes in favor of Lusty Dogfish, or Cordiality. Whatever you want to call them, they take game number 1. Gaming Gorillas have to fight back. They're now down 1-0 after that demolition. We're going to a King of the Hill. But as we take a look at our game highlights, Rome, it was difficult for Gaming Gorillas at first, and they kind of caught up, and then it was difficult for them again.
Yeah, you know, they had a little hot streak in the middle of all the turmoil, you could say, that they were having in the first half. The second half, it was looking bright for them at the start. It looked like, hey, look, we're going to be able to lock it down on defense the exact same way. They were playing aggressive even, you know, pushing up, able to get those downs. Plays like this, though, were the ones that hurt them, where they were just getting out-util traded, and those ones are the ones that you have to win if you want any chance of winning the map. So going down 5-2 at halftime, that wasn't going to help them too much. And then right here, plays like this, Gotti going absolutely insane with the LMG. We've seen these LMGs do so much work, whether it's Muscle Freak with them using that Mac, or whether it's someone like Gotti using that MLX mob, man. It's great to see either way those LMGs being played and used, man. 8-5 for Breach Demolition. We're on to Factory King of the Hill.
Yes, Factory King of the Hill, one of my favorite maps. Also a map that has a weather effect, baby. So we get to see a little bit of sandstorm. Okay, let's talk about seeding here, because the winner of this gets the 1 seed. The loser gets the 2nd seed. Next week, the winner gets the 3rd seed. I mean, at this point, we have to I guess we can assume, but we can say Justice will get the 3rd seed, right? That's a big possibility. If that happens, they're on the same side of the bracket in the main event as the 2 seed. So if you want to go up against Justice very early before winners finals, you can have a chance of knocking them out on their side of the bracket. If you don't want to meet them until winners finals, the absolute last possible chance to knock them to the losers bracket, then you want to be the 1 seed. So in your opinion, because we've seen Right Turtle kind of play with these different seeding techniques over the past few months.
Yeah.
Rome, if you're on a team right now, are you saying let's go for the 1 seed or let's go for the 2 seed?
Oh, that is tricky, but I'm always going to go for the higher seed. You always want to have the higher seed. 1, not only for the confidence boost. 2, not only for the money that you get. It's double the money to win and get 1st place in the qualifier opposed to 2nd place. So, not being able to come back into another qualifier, definitely want to walk away with as much money as possible. So I would say definitely 1st place. I would assume that Justice was not coming into today looking to not place or not get a top 2 seed.
What a short-term goal kind of guy. Go for the big money now. I hope you don't win the lottery because you're going to be broke in a week.
I don't even play it, man.
They give you 2 options when you win the lottery, right? You win the Mega Millions. They say you can take a lump sum all at once, or we can pay you a small amount every single year for like 30 years. Take the small amount.
I'll take the lump sum. Yeah, I'll take the lump sum.
So if it's 100 million, you're taking an 80 lump sum, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Put 100%.
Okay, all right.
I'm putting my mom in a $2 million house. I'm throwing him $1 million rogue company land. It's going to be amazing.
But the taxes are less if you take it year by year. So you can get like $2 million a year for the next 20 years. You pay less taxes every year. Okay. Look at
Give
you,
it to
man.
me now.
Taking the
Give it to me now.
Short term. Okay. All right. That's why everyone who's won the lottery is now broke. All right.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Gaming Gorillas, Last Dogfish. We're waiting for these bands to come through. King of the Hill, Factory. What are you expecting to see between these 2 teams? And why aren't you expecting to see what you're not expecting? Why you think you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's been a
6
very
hours
long day. It's already 11 p.m. man. We are going. It
is past my bedtime. I go to bed at 9.
Yeah, I was about to say I've been up for a long time now, but hey, Cast and Road Company, I love it, man. These teams right here on this Factory King of the Hill, it's going to be all about winning your gunfights. This is a close quarter map, and when it's this close, every single gunfight matters. There's some maps, like I said, I've said this before. Some people took it out of context. There's some maps where if you win a gunfight or lose it, or let's say you lose a gunfight, it might not be the end thing at the end of the world. You could die, respawn, go to the other side, get a nice pinch or whatever. Factory is not one of those maps where it benefits you to die in situations. If you die, you're just not going to be on the hill. You got to completely retake from pretty far out on a close range quarters map. So it's going to be very difficult if you are not ready to win your gunfights. It's going to be the close ones. And I can guarantee the scoreboard is going to tell the story. Whoever has the most downs is going to end up winning this game. I can almost guarantee it. Some maps are not like that. Palace, things like that. We've seen maps, other players get slayed out severely, but still end up losing the map. So, sometimes you can outslay other teams, but just play better positionally. Even on Icarus, we saw that happen a couple times last 10K. I had to tweet it out, point it out to Scott real quick, let him know like it can happen, because he was harping on my comments saying that doesn't make any sense. Oh, it makes sense, man. You can win maps without getting the most downs in certain situations. So this is definitely not one of them, though. Factory is one where the scoreboard will tell the whole story. So what's your thoughts on that, Blue? What's your thoughts on that?
You're ridiculous. You know what you sound like? You sound like the guys that run like Grand Prix or car races, and you lose the race, but you had the fastest single lap, and you're like, oh, well, I had the fastest car, but I still lost. No, man. That's not how it works, okay? Don't worry. If you win the gunfights, you will still win. Just because you don't get the most, you need to win the ones that are most important, which are the ones that are on the objective, right? So there you go. Oh my goodness, your little arguments you have about gunfights and winning King of the Hill games. Listen, it's an objective game, all right? stand on the objective for the longest amount of time, uncontested, you win the game. It's as simple as that. Whether you get the most kills or not, doesn't matter as long as you win.
Oh yeah. And
I
I
could
actually
get-
got something kind of interesting, like a little side piece. So
Oh, I'm
I know
ready. Okay.
I know you said that people are going to go crazy if Justice ended up losing, and people on Twitter, they were already going insane. Yesterday was a 10K warm up day for a bunch of the teams that were preparing for today. And, Cordiality was one of them. And, when the tournament started yesterday and teams were getting ready, Frag, he said in the little group chat, he said, "All right, you guys, get your practice in. Have a good one." And essentially saying, go ahead and practice. You guys are just going to lose tomorrow anyway, And now Cordiality knocked them out. And immediately the first thing that I see in that group chat is someone say, Frag, I guess you need to get that practice in for next week. So it's already coming back to bite them, man. It's already coming back to bite them. You love to see it, man. If you talk crazy, it might come back to bite you, man.
I don't know. I think being in the group chat, I'm not, but I would love to see the memes and the jokes. But at the same time, I like my phone's battery not dying every 5 minutes, but we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, we're jumping into game number 2. I don't know what the bans were. Nobody let us know, but I'm guessing like an anvil or something, because I don't see an anvil coming out, and this is a pretty small, tight map, like you said. But we do see the Scorches. We see Vise.
Yeah, I would guess it's going to be Anvil Lancer based off of these choices. They still got the Fixer open, still have the Dallas open, the Scorch, the Vi. Ooh, the Dahlia though. I just realized that. So they are going triple Molly with a revive. Now, I talked about this and I've said how good it was in certain situations. And right here is the first time I believe that we get to see it, right? Is that correct?
Maybe. I can't remember.
I think we've talked about it, but I think this is the first time we've actually seen it. I know we've seen double Molly with no res.
Oh yeah, I was talking about this earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time that we're actually going to be able to see it. So it's a triple Molly where two of the players can roll through
I should be a coach, dude. I'm the greatest road company ever. Man, I told you. Chicken soup at a wedding. Nobody wants to listen to me until they do it, and then they're like, wow, this is great. I'm not going to get credit for this. This is the greatest part. That's great. Triple Molly with the Dahlia link. Oh, my goodness. If they win, I want my credit.
Your credit?
All right.
Oh, man.
I said this before we even started the tournament.
I said it during the main event.
You're like, you brushed it off like, I got to use the restroom, Blue. I'll be back. Like, look at this guy. Yeah, okay, bro.
Oh,
Joker, Rixie, Nash. They're brushing off their opponents right now.
Yeah. And they're up 31-0 already, and I'm sure if we look at the scoreboard, it will tell the story already, even though it is early on, as these players are dying to get into this hill, literally dying to get into this hill, as they are going straight for it with reckless abandon. But that is not going to be working out, as they are getting slaughtered currently, and they have not gotten a single point on this first hill is Gaming Gorillas. So we're heading over to this B hill. Will they be able to get in and secure their first point? No, they will not beat over Cordiality into this. So you can see that Dahlia. We normally don't see a Dahlia standing in fire, vibing away. But right now, that's exactly what she's doing. You guys can see there is mollies everywhere. And they are feeling just fine inside of them.
I can't seem to find Molly. Yeah, well, just open your eyes in this game. There's 8 of them out there. Or 6.
Sheesh.
Excuse me. Oh, my goodness.
You can't wait until they're maxed out as well.
The Fixer pick passing up on that Dahlia link for the Scorch. You have 3 incens yourself. I would think that, like, you want to protect two of your players the most amount possible.
Yeah, and the thing is that you can revive your teammate in that fire as well. So it really is just such a good thing to have versatility-wise compared to just a Fixer. Those Fixer, you get 6 seconds of amazingness, and then after that, you have to wait about 45 seconds to be amazing again. So, unless you're
Wouldn't even call it
extremely
amazing
efficient
anymore. That's what I'm saying, is people are trying to figure it out, how to play around it. Just don't peek.
even right there, the Dahlia, he saw the Dahlias, he threw a molly at her, but nothing happens to a Dahlia inside of a molly that's linked to a Scorch, so she just stood there in that comfortable and was able to win that gunfight easily just because that player assumed that she was going to be taking damage, and that's just unfortunate. You got to be able to read the room, and right now, they are running away with this composition and these points right now. This one is a bloodbath, and it's 87-3. Man,
I was gonna say we saw 150-6 today. That's the highest differential we've ever seen in a round. We might break that in the same day.
Yeah, and right now,
goodness,
he's just using a pistol now.
In his hand. Oh, they
That's
got 4
incredible.
points. They gained 1.
There we go.
20 seconds. Oh, there we go. They're past the 6 mark.
One at a time, you know.
A little bit of garbage time coming in clutch for them. They're already setting up for the next hill on the side of Lusty Dogfish. Dogfish.
I know, man. I know. At least
A
it'll
shark,
be changed
huh?
for next week.
I am going on the Discovery Channel as soon as this is over today. On YouTube.
Gonna YouTube it up?
YouTube, Discovery, Animal Planet, wherever I can get a video of a dogfish. I need to see this shark in action. This thing better not be no punk shark, dude. If you're not named a shark,
if it can't bark
must be a
underwater, I
punk
don't want
shark.
it. It communicates by barking through echolocation. And anyway, all right. So Joker currently on this Dallas. And they are up by 100 points. We would be talking more about the game, but the game is more of a farming session currently, as this is a 100-point lead, and they're only 15 points away from going up 1-0 and being 1 round away from being your first overall seed in the main event.
You know, if you came into this stream and you didn't watch Road Company competitive before, you would not know this is a finals match with the point differential that is on your screen. 146 climbing. And that's going to be it for round number 1.
I will say this. I can't say that I'm surprised. Remember when I said that against this team, like, I'm expecting it to be a clear 2-0? Like, I wasn't really thinking it would be all that close. Like, the demo was even closer than I thought. But I kind of figured that this one would be a blowout simply because Exo, Pixie, Cool, Fank, they're not used to this map and mode. They're not used to Factory King of the Hill quite yet. Because they are coming back, like you said, and they're going up against a squad that has been playing Factory King of the Hill every single day, whether it's in my tournaments, whether it's in scrims, things like that. They've been practicing this map as a 4, so this squad should not be losing this one. And right now, they're doing everything in their power to make that possible. And finally, this squad in Gaming Gorilla is going to be able to get some early points, mainly because they simply have the better side, so we'll see if that's going to help them.
Bro, I'm going to be honest. I don't even think Strikeout was in the game mode for comp when Pix was playing. Like,
oh, yeah, it wasn't. No, it was all Demolition.
That's what I'm saying. In March, I think it was still demo only. Like, Pix was not even playing Strikeout at that point, so this is a whole new world for him.
Yep.
You know what he's going to say after this game. I should have played Phantom.
Nervous, aren't you?
Hey, maybe that might have been the mistake, but
hey,
I'm
they're
gonna be
undefeated
honest
with that today, so you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They went more meta-isk, and
they went with the Molly, but without having a Dahlia, you're not able to match the firepower of the other squad, and that's the problem that they're running into right now. Able to
they are
win
starting
that
to find
big
some
gunfight.
kills here, though.
Yeah,
they're winning
that was
some
a big one.
gunfights. That's 3 straight knocks there, and they're gaining some points. They're catching up. They could tie it here. This is looking more like what we want to see between these two teams. You also have to remember, Gaming Gorilla lost game 1, or round 1, excuse me, in their King of the Hill against Tyson Mentality. So that could kind of be like, you know, I've been playing a lot of Madden lately. That first drive you take against your opponent, that's your feel out drive. You know what I'm saying? Feel out what the opponent's trying to do on defense. And then the first round here has been Gaming Gorilla's kind of first feel out round, and then they figure out what's happening, how to counter it, and then they go in there and they win 2 straight rounds. So we'll see if that is the way it works out here, if they've taken what could be considered a pretty sizable lead going into hill
Moving in 10 seconds.
number 3. It's 72 to 43. That 43 will start to climb with a little bit of garbage time, just 2 seconds remaining. They're going to have to jump off of it with those 2 seconds, so now only 48 in their favor for Lusty Dogfish. 77 and climbing for Gaming Gorilla as they take control of hill number 3.
Yeah, and it's wild because right now they're going to need to come back, and they're going to need to come back in a fierce way, because right now they're starting to lose these gunfights. You're starting to see these close engagements. They're starting to roll away, get low. They're going to need to start winning these and winning them ASAP if they want to win this one. Right here, you guys can see they are going to be wiping them out. Fire is everywhere on the site, but that's fine when you got 2 players that are immune, and they're going to be retaking this bad boy, bringing it back slowly but surely. And right now, the Dogfish are bringing it back slowly, trying to make this thing a 2-0. And Dogfish, even though they are small in size, they are very aggressive and have a reputation of relentlessly pursuing their prey. So right now is where the Dogfish are going to have to be. I might have gotten some help from somebody, might have gotten some help, but, but they are going to need to pursue this squad in this comeback, as right now it is going to be a 15-point game heading into this final hill.
Last tell. Make it count.
Look at this. He's got a whole team of reporters in the back end Googling at his whim. Get me this information! Fake got some intel there on the opponent in highway and took him out just as easily as well. Last hill being controlled by Gaming Gorilla, trying to force an overtime here in game number 2. They are down 1-0 both in this game and in the series overall. So losing this round means they're going to sleep as the number 2 seed. 128, 129, 130 to their names now, and that continues to grow as the side of Lusty Dogfish just cannot find their opening that they need in order to get inside this objective. Finally, they do so. 25 seconds remaining. They can't win it in regulation. They have to take it to sudden death. But if they can control this objective, best of their ability, these lines of sight can shut down every angle incoming. Just have to watch out in case they overextend a tiny bit. That could flip the spawns just enough. Now here's the 6 seconds of smoke, and the goggles still wasn't able to get that down. Fink goes down to the inset. Gotti, Nash, they're all working together to take out Pixie. Nash finds another one on the Fink, and now everything's not looking so great here. We're in overtime, neutralizing each other, and Joker winning that fight against Exo is massive. That allows them to keep gaining more points here. Down by 20 now.
And they got to get back to the hill. They're fighting to even come through this door. And Cool's going to get taken out. He's not going to be up in time to even contest the hill. So they only got to worry about 3 players from here on out. Pixie's one of them. He's revealed. It looks like he's about to get taken out. He's got to walk through the fire one way or another. Only 5 seconds left to get onto the hill. And he's got to win this gunfight. He does not win it.
Oh
Pixie
my
takes him
goodness!
out with 1 HP. And just like that, they are going to be your number 1 seed. Cordiality, Lusty Dogfish.
Look at those downs from the side of Gaming Gorillas. Only one of them hitting double digits, and it was Cool with 17. I think the most behind that was 9. Then there was someone with 4, I think, and then someone with 7. On the other side of the spectrum, you've got people hitting 20, and all the teens over there. Oh my goodness, Lusty Dogfish. Let's take a look at the series replays and just see how dominant they were in both of these games.
Yeah, their demolition was very solid. Their defense, it was played very, very good. Very impressed overall. Able to go up 5-2 in a demolition on a newer map. You're going to be feeling very comfortable. 6-1 is what you would prefer, but, still getting that 5-2, you're going to be feeling very, very good. And they were just very solid all around. And even when they had to go over to the offense, they lost a few rounds in a row, but they were able to adjust. And that's what we always see out of the best teams, like the Just Us's, like the Right Turtles. We see them being able to adjust mid-map two different things in different scenarios, and that's exactly what this squad was able to do. And once they started heading over toward that A site, using their shield, getting that bomb down, playing these things the right way, they were able to finally start stacking these rounds up. And once we got to the King of the Hill, man, this bad boy was all on the side of cordiality. They were not messing around whatsoever. They were keeping it anything but cordial. And that after they went up 1-0, it was smooth sailing from there. And right here, they had to make a massive comeback on this fourth hill. I think that they came back a 60-point deficit to end up taking them out. This was a huge 1v1 that Rixie ended up winning, rolling backwards off the box and still winning it. That one is just the epitome of this match in general, as they win 2-0 in very dominating fashion, and they will be your number 1 seed for the 10K main event.
Yeah, just so good. 8-5 in Breach Demolition, 2-0 in the Factory King of the Hill. Lusty Dogfish, Cordiality, whatever you want to name them, or whatever they name themselves, they will be your number 1 seed. Fank and his newfound team that he just created with Pix, Cool, and Exo, they will be your number 2 seed from what we understand. Just Us Roko, of course, will have to come back next week and fight for, at best, a number 3 seed, something that they have never had to do. That will be September 12th. Our qualifier number 2. Remember, if you want to sign up, go to checkmategaming.com, or you can get the direct link from the CMG_Rogue Twitter. Make sure you follow us on the official Rogue Company Twitter as well. And, of course, the qualifiers, you earn points. If you get top 2, you automatically qualify. You're trying to fight for a top 16 spot into that main event. $10,000 on the line in that main event. September 25th and 26th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Promptly, those start at 3 p.m., so make sure you tune in exactly at 3 p.m. on those days. For the other ones, you just have to follow the channels, Rogue Company and CMG_Esports, and turn on those notifications for when we go live, because we don't go live as soon as the tournaments start for the qualifiers. There's a lot of teams that sign up. I mean, we only did 3 rounds, and it was a 6-hour day for us. So, it's long, but it's great. Rome, any last thoughts from you today?
Yeah, I guess my final thought is, can Cordiality stay at the top? You know, they were able to take out Justice, an amazing team that we've seen win multiple championships throughout this year. And the fact that they were able to knock them out and make them come back for next week in the qualifier, it's just absolutely massive. So, you know, I'm very excited for Cordiality. I'm very happy for them as well. You know, they're able to say that, you know, they're the new big dogs in town, at least until the main event. You know, they can't be told otherwise. So they are currently that number 1 seed, and it's going to take somebody to knock them off of it.
All right. Hey, Rome, it's a pleasure having you once again. Of course, you have a great night. And for everyone else out there, I hope you guys have a great night as well. We'll be back next week, Sunday the 12th, with more Rogue Company action. I believe CMG's doing some Rocket League with Skillshot as well. I think there's one tomorrow, so if you're not playing, you can check that out as well. And, I mean, just have a great day. Keep grinding, Rogue. And for all the new players and new teams out there, keep grinding. Maybe you will be on this big screen as well. Have a safe night, everyone.